Welcome back, everybody, to Third Wheel. I believe is this season 3? Have we
Technically.
collectively decided on that? Yeah,
Yeah, collectively.
yeah. um, we've been gone for a bit, but we're back with a new season. What we do here, we talk about various things. We sometimes play games, or we just chill. And at the end of each episode, we decide on the third wheel, and that's usually decided on whether it could be for really whatever reason, but mostly it should be based on whether the person didn't contribute enough or they did contribute enough, and but their stories slightly differed or weren't related as well, or if we were playing a game, they just lost the game. Uh, but I am joined as always by Stephen and Grace. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. Questioning why it was so urgent to let you know when I hit the record button.
Uh-huh.
given given your performance.
Uh-huh. I know that's like I mean I kind of stumbled a little bit, but not nearly as bad as I normally do.
I guess that's the optimistic part.
Grace, how are you doing?
I just don't want to say anything because we're not editing this.
Well, he
We're
can
not.
edit it. It just can't. He can't.
No, I'm not editing
It
this.
can be edited to like bleep out stuff or whatever. It just can't
No.
alter whatever he does to it. It just cannot alter the video length in any way.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make.
Did you
Okay.
set a timer?
No, I didn't.
I don't believe you. You counted down at the beginning. I don't believe you.
How are you guys doing?
I
How are
don't
you?
like that.
How are you guys doing?
So, is this small talk time?
Yeah, it's.
Okay, well, I did tell you guys that I had some great small talk like a month ago.
I'd love to hear it.
So, brace yourselves. But I found out that I should have been taller.
What?
Okay.
So I think I told this story a while back in one of the episodes on like the kids are stupid episode or whatever. But you guys remember, and yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Like when I was 3 years old is when I broke my nose. Right, I fell off of a stool and landed on my face. Right,
Uh-huh.
directly onto my face. And
Funny.
apparently I was at the chiropractor a little bit ago, and by a little bit ago, this is like a month ago at this point, because I've been having like spine and well, just basically spine problems, lower back, upper back, neck stuff, and
Tragic.
for like it is tragic, and I've always thought that it's just because I work an office desk job and just sit there, but turns out that's not really the case. So if it's already weird for other people listening that I have a chiropractor, that's because it is. I'm only 20 years old, and the regular visits that I make to a chiropractor are relatively concerning because I shouldn't have to as often as I do need to. Um, but it turns out that he was also like, you know, I don't. I'm fine with you coming in all the time because yeah, you give me money, and there's definitely stuff wrong with you, and it's not like I'm just like readjusting one thing and poof you're done. So I need to look into this stuff because like the problems that I have with my neck shouldn't exist. I constantly have like my C4 and C5 vertebrae, which are pretty up in your spine, constantly just like decide that they no longer want to be aligned correctly, and that throws everything else out of whack. And so he does this thing, and he's just like, I want to check something. And I'm laying down on the table, and he just like grabs the back of my skull and just tells me to like rest my head in his hands. And he just holds my head for like a solid 3 minutes without saying anything. And it's like he's cradling the back of my head. And it was an uncomfortable silence to the point where like he didn't move or anything for like 3 minutes straight. To the point where I was just like, uh-huh. What you doing? And he goes, so and then just like pauses for another 2 minutes of just pure silence and says nothing else. And then finally, like, continues, and it's just like, so I've been squeezing your skull for the past 5 minutes, and I couldn't really feel it. It just felt that he was just putting pressure on all parts of my skull, but he was, like, gently squeezing the sides. And he was just like, this one plate isn't moving the way it should be. And he takes note of that, and, you know, people listening, your skull is, like, it's technically a whole bunch of bones, but they're fused together. They still move, but not the same way that, like, your ribs and other things move. They kind of just, like, slightly expand. Well, kind of like your ribs, I guess. They slightly expand and slightly contrast, and your skull's just supposed to do that. And then he's just like, he takes this massage gun and just goes around one half of my head, the top of my head, just with the massage gun. And it's like that thing, if you are ever a kid, and just like leaned up against the washer dryer machine and just let it rattle your entire body. I don't know if that was just me, and it would explain a lot of things if it was just me. But he does that, massages my skull, and then it's just like, it's moving now. Great, that's what we like to see. And I was just like, okay, but still kind of rattled because my entire head was just shaken for a solid minute and a half with a really powerful massage gun. And he explains to me that, like, there would only be two causes for why, like, my spine would get out as much as it does. It would be for the skull plate that he just readjusted not being, you know, set correctly or whatever, or because of this really huge monumental problem that could be the bone that connects to every other bone in your skull. It's like directly behind your nose and your nasal cavity. There's one part of your skull that touches every other part of your skull that's supposed to like rock back and forth like the swing you sat on when you had your talk, Brandon. That kind of motion, you know.
Yeah.
It's supposed to move back and forth like that, and if it doesn't do that, then the rest of your skull doesn't expand, whatever. And that would also lead to problems. If it's just the skull thing, great, fine, you shouldn't experience any other problems. But if it is that one bone, that needs to be readjusted. However, since it's in the middle of your entire head, there's only one way to access it. And I was just like, I don't like where this is going. And he was just like, how we would fix that is we would take a pump and a balloon, and the balloon goes through your nose, because this is the only way to access this, through your nose, and we inflate that balloon when it's inside of your fucking face. And we inflate that balloon, and that would be the way to check on it to make sure. And then there's other ways to do that or whatever. Now it's just like, that sounds incredibly unpleasant. And he was just like, yes, but that is the bone that like would mess with your skull, and the skull being messed up is what leads to the spine not being realigned and all this other problems. This was about a month ago, and I haven't experienced any problems since, and I didn't have to do that. But it's also been a bit, so I'm coming on the area where I might be due for another checkup soon. But I was asking him about it, and it dawned on me that if, like, how would I have messed that bone up without realizing it or knowing it or whatever. And it dawned on me that accident I had where I fell flat on my face, and like, I don't exaggerate, when I landed on my face. Kid me, did not try to save myself with my hands or my legs or turn over. I just accepted it and landed on my face. So that kind of force at that kind of young age where the skull's still developing or whatever could have just slightly adjusted it, because I didn't actually break my nose. I just split, like, I didn't even really break the cartilage. I just split the skin right above my nose. But when they were, you know, fixing it and everything, they did a poor job stitching it up and messed a bunch of stuff up. But I asked my mom about it. They never did any x-rays. They never did anything else. They never checked any other damage, because they were like, he just broke the skin. Just like the first layer of it when he fell. He's fine. And I brought this story up to him, and I was asking, and I was just like, okay, are there any other problems that could, like, or like symptoms that would suggest that this might be the problem, and he was just like, well, and laughed for like 30 seconds, and I was super uncomfortable because I felt like he was just going to like absolutely like roast me alive for something, which he technically ends up doing. He's just like, well, an instance like this in which your bones are constantly shifting all over the place and your skull isn't expanding and contracting the way it should be can lead to problems where the skeleton doesn't grow correctly, and where it can actually grow to where it'll like try to transition and readjusting itself and putting all of that, like, he explained it way more professionally and academically than I could ever try to imagine. But basically, it was just like, if that is messed up for a long time, it could stunt your growth. And I was just like, you're telling me that when I fell off a stool when I was 3 years old, that's prevented me from actually growing more than I have? He was just like, it's totally possible, and I was just like, that's great, that's awesome, that's really cool, good job, me, I'm so proud of myself.
At least we have an excuse. Brandon's just short.
Brandon's taller than me, though.
Don't worry about it.
And I thought about it too, and thinking back, I've never actually had like a growth spurt. I've just casually just grown from when I was born to now, never having huge growth spurts. It was just sort of progressive. But the thing is that like if the skeleton doesn't grow correctly, the muscles will still grow fine. And if they have growth spurts, whatever, which would kind of explain the fact that like I didn't work out a lot growing up, but still got like a naturally athletic toned body that I didn't really work for, and would explain a bunch of other things too. And I was just thinking about it and just being like, I really don't want to have that operation done, because that seems unpleasant and also seems like something I need to be awake for. I don't want to feel a balloon inflating in my nose.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Oh.
But yeah, if I didn't fall on my face when I was 3 years old, there's a chance that I could have naturally been 6 feet without, having to wear inserts in my shoes. And it would explain all the other poor joint problems I have in my entire life.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm sad. I'm so very sad because I'm like right there too, but also not at the same time. I'm very depressed.
What?
I'm very hello.
What?
Am I alive?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. What are you hearing me through? What? Hello?
Yeah, keep all this in.
Okay, well, alright. Hello? Why can't... Hello? Why me no here now? What? Hang on. Why are you stupid? Okay. I should be able to hear you in 3, 2, 1 now. Say words.
Hello?
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Alright, you gotta keep that in.
I guess so. Alright, yeah, but that's how I'm
doing. Grace, how are you doing?
Nothing has stunted my growth. I'm as tall as I can possibly be biologically. I'm tired. Started up work again at the school, which is, dude, I am so sorry to all my previous teachers. I didn't realize how much work it was to put together a classroom. I have done more physical labor the last week than I have in my entire life, and I'm so tired. So tired.
Fun times.
Oh man.
Lovely.
this week is actually my last week of my summer job.
No one asked.
No. Well. All right. Well.
I just had my last day today, actually. I am all done. And
Don't
good
ask.
fucking riddance.
You were so excited when you first started.
I was so excited. And then I never did anything. And was also forced to not keep myself busy by doing other things. So I literally just clocked in, waited 10 hours till I could go back home, and that was my work experience. I was so excited, and it's made me realize that I don't like coding as a job.
Yeah, that's what usually happens with people that go into that field. It's very soul crushing. I was surprised that you went from like video game developer to like somehow something even worse.
Well, the thing is that I'm still gonna look into that kind of coding, because that's coding that I get to choose everything in what we do. The problem being is that, well, if I'm making my own games, then yeah, I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's like indie design, and that's
Yeah.
very, very niche field to break into. It's very, very hard. However, if you want to do like GTA shit, prepare for like garbage pay and no life. God awful hours.
No, God. The one thing that I always promised myself is that I would stay away from bigger organizations unless I had to, because fuck that. But yeah, the coding, I love that we learn languages for school and then, you know, go through that because I'm learning the language. I don't like going into the work environment and being like, all right, so we use this, and it's to develop like web pages and all that, but instead of using something like, you know, Squarespace or GoDaddy or all these other website creating like tools that we can just, you know, use, we're gonna learn how to code in HTML and make it ourselves. Fuck that. That is god awful. If you've ever pressed F12 or 11 or whatever and opened the dev tools on Google or Microsoft Edge or whatever and looked at that shit, that's only one page. You don't see anything else. There's like 40 different pages of code that go into that are about the font size, the font color, the different text widgets, and each widget on that page has its own fucking page of code. It's gross. I hate that. That was god awful. Fuck that. But whatever, Brandon. What are we doing?
Well, yeah, I guess we could get into this now.
You guess.
Yeah, I
the
suppose.
allocated time that you have assigned for this timed episode. All right.
Feast your eyes.
Oh, good lord. Uh-huh.
You see that?
I do.
See that timer?
Yep, that's the only thing on the page.
That has 41
Excuse
minutes.
me, hang on a second. I see the other tabs. I can see those other tabs. What? What are we?
All right. So
why is one of your bookmark things The Walking Dead?
I don't know if I could get in trouble for this, but I used to pirate video game soundtracks that weren't
Okay,
publicly
whatever.
available.
We're losing precious time.
I don't know if this will get me in trouble, but
I mean, they aren't publicly available at the time, so I
Okay,
got
yeah,
them
whatever. Brandon,
the timer's
continue.
counting down, Brandon.
We've only got 40 minutes and 45 seconds for something.
All right, so as you all probably know, unless you're new and starting on this episode for some reason, these last few episodes we've gone a bit over our time limit. We had to cut an episode in half. We've left a lot of episodes at like an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes. We've had some pretty long ones, so I figured today would be a good time to rectify all of that, and this episode's going to be exactly 1 hour. So how's it gonna work? How this is going to work is I have my timer here. I have random topic generator right here, so we're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk normally and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But the moment this timer hits 0, the episode just cuts off. So if we're in the middle of talking, if we're in the middle of talking about something and the timer goes off, oh well, you cut the episode right there. No outro mute, just out. Just cut it out.
That's not even clever. That's just awful.
And I have it here so that at the end we at least have an idea, like, okay, we need to decide on third wheel right now and stuff like that. So
Uh-huh.
if we just aren't paying attention and the timer goes off and we haven't decided third wheel, oh well, we're all the third wheel.
Oh, that's how you're
You're the
doing
worst.
Yep, that's on us.
So we start a new season, and you're saying that if we don't finish in time, well, intermission.
Yep. That, but
Despise.
But here's the thing: if it comes down to it, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess we don't really have a lot of time to decide a third wheel. Here we go. I got a wheel for us. I got us covered.
There's so many. How many times did you copy and paste our name? 366.
Yep. So if we get to the end of it, if we really get into our discussion, we're like, oh shoot, we only have like 30 seconds left. Here's the wheel. Boom! I got us covered.
Hypnotize someone.
But yeah.
Right.
So whatever is happening at the end of that hour, it goes silent. It goes silent no matter what is happening.
Such a weird person. What if we end early, huh?
Well, we gotta just drag it out.
Oh my god.
This is the one time, maybe ever, unless we decide to do this again, which by the sounds of your reactions is probably not gonna happen. This is gonna be the one time we're actually on our time schedule.
We've had episodes that weren't more than an hour.
Yeah.
We split an episode in half, and each one of those was like 50 minutes.
Yeah, but that's because we had to split it in half in the first
Technically, I could have uploaded a 2-hour episode if I wanted. Alright, well, fucking start doing shit, I guess.
Alright.
Like, the only question we have is for your sanity.
It's for what?
It's for your sanity.
Yeah, probably. So here's our neat old random topic generator. I have it already set for topics for everyone, but we can do topics for business, couples, families, or essays.
If you touch the essay one, I will just leave. I'm not writing.
Unless anyone has any objections, I was just gonna do the topic for anybody.
I guess so. Grace is enthralled.
All right, guys. Yeah. What would be your perfect weekend?
Yeah, what are you making go first?
Not fucking this. I'm tired.
I spent a lot of my weekends not doing much. I was always looking to do anything over weekends that I didn't do throughout the week, especially over the summer. Weekends were like my weekends are usually Friday, Saturday, since, religious, so Sunday was something that was already kind of like planned out all the time. You had church and family time and all that other stuff, so like that's just kind of how that worked. So Fridays and Saturdays were usually like my weekends, and that would usually be the time when I would try to do just anything with other human beings in person. Because, as soon as, like, COVID happened, too, it was a lot harder to do, like, a lot of things in person with people, and it became kind of just, like, the bit that we would just be on for Friday night gaming with the boys, like,
yeah.
So I guess, perfect weekend was always just, like, being able to hang out with people doing whatever the hell, like, I don't know, Grace is complaining about not liking the beach or whatever, but I love beach days. Even if I don't spend a lot of time in the water, I love beach days.
I still don't get that. Why do you want to go to the beach if you're not going to do like literally 50% of what the beach is?
Well, because Sand Harbor is my go-to, because Sand Harbor has a lot of big piles of rocks in the water that are exposed. And I like to swim out to those rocks, climb them, and do nothing. that is where I find my peace, is just sitting in the midst of nature and just doing absolutely nothing. And there's no place more peaceful to me than just being in the middle of the water, where it could be like super stormy too. I don't care. I don't need still waters. I just like seeing all of that stuff happen. That's why I love boats so much. I could live on a boat for the rest of my life and just be the most peace I've ever been. It's just sit there and enjoy everything. It's also why I like Raft, because when there's nothing else to do, well, I'm already fine. Just plop down and look at the rendered ocean, look at my fake water. But yeah, that's why. I also just don't like being wet, which is kind of ironic. Just, I don't know. It's not for me. If I get soaked, whatever, then I'm fine. But like, it's the process of just being like,
I know. I saw you freak out.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No,
But yeah,
that sounds fun.
I know it does.
Well, what about you, Grace? Do you have a perfect weekend?
Gordon, no, do you not understand?
Okay. Well, personally for me, I guess it doesn't have to happen in any specific order, but I think I would have it so that, Friday, end of your work or school day or whatever, just come home, have like a game night or something like that with friends or family. Whether that's literally just getting together like board games or like just online games, whatever. And then going to Saturday and yeah, maybe have a day where rather than uh whatever game night or whatever, maybe actually go out and, do whatever with friends or family, as far as like whether it's just hanging around stores or doing like a beach day sort of thing, whatever, just as long as like, hanging out. And then just having like a day like on Sunday, just taking Sunday just for like yourself, just doing whatever. Like for me personally, it'd probably just be like play video games or something. Or because
yes, time to yourself.
because I have a huge Steam backlog that keeps growing faster than I actually play through them. So, yeah, but yeah, no, it would be something like that. It doesn't have to be in that order specifically, but basically just like a day for like online games or something like that with friends, an actual like in-person hangout day with friends or family, and then like a day just to rest. Like just or just do literally, it doesn't even have to be like just you alone time or whatever, just literally just a day
Me
just to chill
time.
at home and do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Or
fair enough.
all right.
You realize that in the top left corner, the tab is still counting down, right? You don't have to tab over and look at it.
Moving on. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
I want a girlfriend.
Him?
I know, crazy,
What-
outrageous.
What's
right?
the most what you want to achieve?
What is the craziest, most outrageous thing that you want to achieve?
Yeah, I want to achieve
Steven,
not being
really
single anymore.
scraping the bottom of the barrel. Dude, I don't even have any insane goals. Who do you think we are? Yeah, no, Stevens will never happen.
Hey,
Yeah.
I said it was outrageous, not impossible.
Yeah.
Huh?
For the rest of us that are playing,
For the other two of us that are dating each other, yeah, sure thing.
I could leave right now with no regrets.
What?
Still my
Don't worry
favorite
about it.
bit. It's still my favorite bit. So
It's
funny.
never not funny because every
It's
time
so
Brandon
funny.
reacts the same way.
It's always just, huh?
What do you
It's so
mean?
great. It's so funny.
Wow.
I
For
think it's
me,
hilarious.
for me, well, I would consider this pretty outrageous and crazy because I don't think it's actually possible. But I don't think you guys are, but some other people listening may or may not be. Are you familiar with the Yakuza or the like? They also go by Like a Dragon now. That
Japanese
game series,
mafia.
Yeah,
that game series.
think so.
There's a
Oh, the
video. There's
game series. I thought you were talking
yeah.
about the actual mafia.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
Brandon's dream is to become part of
No.
the
No.
mafia.
No. That
Yeah,
is not. That is not where that was going. That is not where that
Brandon
was
wants to
going.
be a
Nope.
mob
Nope.
boss.
Nope. That is not where that was going. There's a character named Kazuma Kiryu, and he's basically the main character for most of the series. And he is like, quite honestly, my sole inspiration for wanting to be in shape and have, whatever. Because literally, like, he's a brick through most of the series. Like, it's obviously like it's a, beat 'em up kind of game, whatever, but
Mhm.
literally, like, there's several moments where he literally can take just a straight up punch to the forehead without being moved. And I
Fun.
know, like I said, and I know it's not possible, but if
You
I
want to be
could, if,
unfazable.
if I could just somehow find a routine, like if there was actually a routine or whatever that could get me to that sort of like just physique or like just inner strength, whatever, like I would actually attempt it, whatever I needed to do for
Sure.
it. So that would be mine.
I think that my craziest, outrageous, thing has been the same since, I was, in sixth grade. It's still just considered crazy and outrageous because, probability and likelihood aren't there, but what we're doing right now is always been like the craziest, outrageous thing to achieve, is turning any sort of social media platform, specifically YouTube, into like a full career thing. There's nothing more in life that I enjoy than playing video games, and that's not to be like, I don't like going outside or I'm kind of like the definition of a contradictory person, and it's purely because of the fact that like there's not many hobbies that I don't indulge in or haven't at least tried before, just because I like doing things. I like doing new things too. One of the things when I was pursuing music that I always hold to was, I don't want to master any of these instruments yet. I want to learn how to play all of them mediocrely. Like I want to learn how to play these instruments as like a casual thing, and
Yeah,
maybe if I find one that I like, I'll learn to master that one. But I want to be the guy who just knows how to play every instrument a little bit. Uh, so like I've
yeah,
always
that
wanted to
would be
do all
cool.
those things, but the only thing that I've ever really just always been like, I want to do this, is like play video games for a living or just do YouTube stuff for a living, because that would be awesome to just wake up, be like, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna play Minecraft and just make money off of playing Minecraft. That would be
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah,
Having people to interact with while I'm doing stuff that I enjoy and having them enjoy the stuff that I'm doing, that would be really cool. It got a bit old when I was playing Valorant because, the Valorant community is really annoying. But I had a YT in my name for the longest time just because, one, it was a funny joke with Eric and I, and two, some sort of, I guess, like advertisement, publicity, whatever. But people
Right.
would always just be like, "Oh my god, I love you so much, all of your videos," and I'd be like, "Shut up, please leave me alone." But when I have like actual like people tune in to streams and stuff, see what's happening, get a good laugh out of my reaction to it, and converse with people, that's like so rewarding and so fulfilling for me that like I would love to make that my job. So I guess that would still, be the most outrageous, craziest thing to achieve, but I guess that would constitute, because everything else, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. I mean, honestly, like a long time ago, YouTube was kind of something I thought about, but honestly, like I mean, like, yeah, it absolutely would be great to just have it make a living out of being able to play video games, because again, that would also help me get through my Steam backlog. But,
It all
but
comes
like
back to the Steam log.
to get to the point where like you do get monetized and all that stuff, like I don't know, like I I personally, for me, like I'm already kind of awkward, like whatever, and as you both know.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, it's a little bit different, like when it's through a screen, whatever, and all that stuff. But like just having that, like that many, being able to entertain or whatever, like, and or like being worried about it, having to entertain people or that many people to the point where I get monetized is
Being
like,
able to keep people's attention for longer than 4 seconds. So
yeah, yeah. So like, honestly, like I have kind of thought about it more recently, but honestly, like I wouldn't honestly mind like having like a YouTube channel sort of thing, but just doing it whenever, like not taking it as seriously as you or whatever. Like, because obviously, like I mean, I think it would be really cool for you if you did, make it a career and stuff. But for me, like, I wouldn't mind, just kind of on the side, just having it there, just doing whatever I wanted to do, not being stressed about whatever I need to play, whatever's popular these days or whatever like people
Yeah.
want me to watch. Like it's just something like because I was talking about the Like a Dragon series or whatever and stuff. Like I am planning on going back and doing like legend mode on all of that. So like honestly, I wouldn't mind just doing like little small streams of that or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, just yeah. If I ever did do something like that, it would be like just like my own just kind of side thing. Like I'm not gonna stress about it. If it's just something for people just to have on in the background, like while they do their own thing like that, that's fine with me.
All for the views, baby.
But yeah, no. So yeah, no, I do think that would be something cool, especially if like something if you were able to do. That'd be really cool.
Grace, do you have anything you want to add?
Grace?
Did she fall asleep? Oh my god.
No, I did not. I'm just tired.
That would be
Did you-
so funny.
We would have to continue the episode just
I've never fallen asleep on the podcast before. What do you mean?
Technically, that's a true statement.
Something crazy?
because Deal or No
the
Deal
crazy
never
thing I
happened
wanna
anyway,
do-
so.
I want to be like a house spouse. Not even like a stay-at-home mom. Just like my partner makes enough that I can just stay at home and do whatever I want, which is unrealistic because of feminism now.
I love that
But I'm
saying-
tired. I want to lie down
I love that you said not even like stay-at-home mom. So like the only difference between those two things is the mom aspect. I want to be home and do
Well, yeah.
nothing. Well, the stay-at-home mom is at home but takes
Okay.
care of the kids. So
Well, because hear me out. Yeah, no. Because I respect our single mothers out there. They work hard. That's a hard job. I don't want to work no more. I don't. I'm tired.
I want to wake up and go back to bed. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I have to work to live.
You know what? That is an outrageous thing to achieve. You know what? Setting up the very
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you know what? Bring back. You know what? I literally talked to my sister about this today. Bring back Yang Gang. I want universal income. I want to stay at home.
Fair enough.
I want to lie down.
Every answer Grace gives is just gonna be like, "Don't care. I want to go to bed."
No, that's not true. I'm truly tired, and my answer is not reflective of my tiredness today. I honestly wouldn't mind just not working anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
It's fine.
Or just win the lottery and stuff. Then there
Nope.
you go. Then you know.
Nope. That's doing something. All right, Brandon.
Oh no, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
You gotta click the actual thing, or
Probably.
doing circles around it.
Okay, I don't know how extensively we're going to talk about this, but
I'm gonna use the last 18 minutes here.
Who was the last person that you called?
My brother.
Yeah.
The topic doesn't say what about.
Was it a good call?
Yeah. We talked about we found apartments that we can afford and have an extra room in. So like, score.
That's
Yeah. So we're working that out. But yeah, I called him last. Here you go.
well,
Impeding on my privacy, but
the last person I actually called, I guess, was Grace.
Oh, Sam.
What?
And if we're not counting the people here, it was Andreas.
Well, yeah, I didn't constitute the Discord call because we're still actively in that. So
yeah, I mean, like I called Grace last night, but like
you didn't have a phone call.
Wow, you didn't call anybody today?
no, I have been working my ass off this last week. Like it's my last week.
Okay.
I am trying to finish my bosses, which I only have
like
1.5
you
left.
Saying that implies that I have not also been working my ass off.
I haven't.
I wasn't implying that. I just meant like I've been constantly.
I can call people and still work my ass off. But you know what? If you don't want me to work my ass off, that's fine. Support my lifestyle.
I can't do two things at the same time.
Brennan is incapable of moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, fun. I think we all. Oh, like Grace has to answer this question.
Who I called last?
Yeah.
My best friend.
I thought you were gonna be like, mine.
Mine up. No, I have not called my mom since like yesterday. But
it was a way longer time period when you worded it that way. It's been like 3 years since I called my mom last.
Well, I decided I wanted to come home from college, and I also decided I don't want to pay rent because I'm cheap, so I'm living at home. So I see her every single day.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, it's my friend, and I don't know if I want to say her name on here, but
yeah, because I'm not allowed to edit this episode.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. She was my college roommate, who I'm gonna call Amanda.
I cannot edit this episode, so that's
yeah, I know.
Well.
That's what I'm saying. My friend Amanda, who we went to that convention with.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Super interesting.
What is a fashion trend you are really glad went away?
No belts. Fuck that. Pull up your pants.
I need to wear a belt. I do not have an.
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna push buttons here. Cargo pants.
Whoa, hey, whoa, hold on. What's wrong with cargo pants?
You look like a fucking dad.
So I have pockets where I don't have to limit myself just to the two like little pockets that are
Thank
up
you
around my
so
waist.
much
I have
for pulling a
I
stick
have
of gum out of your ankle. Thank you
No,
so
no,
much.
no. I have a pocket for my wallet, for my phone, for my keys, and then
know
an
what?
extra pocket for whatever else I want
You
to
know
go
what's
in.
so great is that I have that same thing, and I wear jeans. I have one pocket for my wallet, one for my phone, one for my keys, and an open pocket.
Yeah, but then I don't have to put anything in my back pocket, so when I'm sitting down, I'm comfortable. I don't have.
No.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. I don't have to worry about smashing like anything that I'm. Yeah.
Clearly, it's been a long time since you've put anything in your back pockets, but
Yeah, it has been. I don't think I
pants
ever
are
have
designed-
actually.
Good pants are designed to, especially your phone, where you sit down. It's not like gonna be bent by the chair. It sticks up to where like you're not sitting on it. At least my jeans do. Good fitting jeans should do that.
I don't think it would be too crazy to say that I've never had anything in my back pocket that I've intentionally put in there, like for myself while I'm wearing pants.
You're so weird.
I don't. It gives
You're
me
also-
anxiety. Like,
You're also the guy with the huge ass Otter phone case, so where like you have to forcefully press on the screen in order for it to register.
well,
You are actually just my father.
Hmm.
it gives me anxiety having stuff behind me. I like having it in front of me and like not where I can. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Such a weird person.
I don't
What
know.
about you, Grace?
I don't like that you said that I'm dating your father. I don't like that.
Why
There
not?
was
We
an
had such a great
implication there.
conversation about him earlier. Brandon's my dad, right? And I'm also Brandon's dad. He sent me a Happy
Okay.
Father's Day.
I did actually do that.
He
Yeah.
sent me a Happy Father's Day message. Not just Happy Father's Day. He said Happy Father's Day, Dad, and
Yeah.
send that to me.
I did do that.
So that is the thing. Even though you're older than me, by like a good amount of time too.
Yeah, we don't get into the nitty gritty
Brandon can
details.
drink alcohol in like a month.
Yeah, I know exactly a month. Well, a month minus 2 days, whatever.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
exactly a month. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
So fun. You gonna go get wasted?
I'm not planning on it. Actually.
Why not?
Personally, no, that's not. I don't feel like that's my thing. I don't feel like that's gonna be my thing.
Fair enough. Well, Grace, fashion stuff.
What?
I said fashion and stuff. Like,
What I'm a woman, I'm just supposed to have an opinion.
well, we're
What is-
answering this question that's on. The question is, what fashion trend are you really glad went away?
You cut out.
No! The question is, what fashion trend are you really glad went away?
Am
Are
I
you-
what?
Are you really glad
Glad it
one? Yeah.
Why is this cutting out? all
Oh, a lot actually.
the time?
There are so many bad trends. Starting with number one, Yeezys.
There's a list.
Yeah, I'm very opinionated. Yeezys, gotta go. So, like, second of all, just like those Galaxy pants, like those leggings that everybody and their mother was into in like 2010. Even like as a child, I looked at those.
Funny.
and I was like, ew. Pretty much. Just like that whole area of like the keep calm shirts, putting that on literally everything. I didn't like that
don't
either.
like looking at someone wear what everyone's Facebook profile page was.
Oh my god, no.
That's
What else did
called
I hate?
great marketing.
I'm not a fan of like, I wouldn't say this is a trend as much as it is just something people do. I'm not a fan of people normalizing like festival attire that's basically you naked, like as daily wear. They're like, oh, like you don't need an occasion to dress up, and it's like you need to dress up to make that statement, like you're naked.
You don't like walking out to the city streets, seeing the old man with the rings on his nipples and the straps all over the place.
You cut out, and I'm so glad you did.
I said you don't like walking to the city street. You don't like walking into the city street, seeing the old man with the rings on his nipples and all the straps, the black straps going down the rest of his body. You don't like seeing that?
I still don't understand why you're screaming.
Well, I turned up my gain to see if it was just not picking up my microphone. Let me turn it down. I don't know why I'm cutting out because I shouldn't be, but I don't know. My mic was being weird earlier, so who knows? Uncut episode. Great. But yeah, I agree with all of that.
All right. Dude, I don't think I actually answered this question. I just
cargo pants.
Yeah, I refuted your cargo plants.
Plants?
Yeah.
I don't have any cargo plants, but
I don't know. I wasn't really up to date with any sort of fashion trends, so I don't know.
We know because you still wear cargo pants.
Okay, but you know what? Cargo pants are a look for him. What makes me truly uncomfortable?
When he wears shorts.
Yes, but seeing him in jeans.
Okay, this job that I'm currently at is the first time I've worn jeans in actual years. I'm not kidding. I don't remember the last time I've actually worn jeans.
I didn't used to wear jeans a lot. We had jean days in middle school and high school. I didn't wear jeans. I always wore slacks because they just were more comfortable to me. I just remembered having a pair of jeans that I didn't enjoy, and then all of a sudden I was just like, screw jeans. All jeans are bad. And then I got a new pair of jeans that fit. I was like, oh, I like jeans. Jeans are comfy. So yeah, I didn't wear jeans a lot, and now I wear jeans all the time. And they're kind of like the only outdoorsy things that I wear, unless I just wear sweats, because I wear sweats a lot.
Yeah, well, I have to agree with a lot of the other points you guys made.
Especially the cargo pants one.
Nope. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't agree with anything you said, Steven. I only agree with what Grace said.
Well, that makes you a simp.
I especially agree with the keep calm stuff, because that was the motto.
Follower.
Because no, I'm not kidding. My 8th grade class, we had to design our own T-shirt, and very coincidentally, it literally said "keep calm." We're graduating, and they like changed one of the words or something like that to incorporate the 17, because that's the year whatever we graduated.
That's so cursed.
Yeah, and that's somewhere in my closet. I don't even know where it is.
My closet.
If I ever find it one day, I'll send you guys a picture of it.
That's the skeleton in your closet. Alright, well, I guess it's about that time.
I was not paying attention at the time, yeah.
It's a good thing.
That
I was. You're welcome.
I don't know, do you want to gamble? You want to
we have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes.
Do a lightning round?
No! We have 5 minutes! This is your topic! It's you who wants to keep us on time. What the fuck? This is why we go over. What the? What? No, I don't want to fucking gamble.
Hit a minute each. Yeah.
No.
No, okay. Alright, fair enough.
I kind of want to make you the third wheel just for that.
Well, hey, we don't gotta do that.
I don't know. I don't want to go first. I don't want to cast the first stone. Grace is tired. Her answer will be unfiltered.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't mind casting the first stone, but I also
Does that
am
make you do it all the time?
I really want to spin the wheel. I want to spin this so bad.
Well, that's up to your discretion.
I guess so.
I want to spin it so bad.
Nothing's stopping you from spinning it before or after the recording. Also, why is one of them purple in the middle of all of them, and it's not the same? Like, there's that one slip that you can tell the colors don't go in the same pattern.
I can kind of see.
Is that?
I don't know.
Every time you pan to it, that's the only thing I can look at, is because it's the only thing out of place. But regardless,
looks like we're missing a yellow here.
Throw stones.
Let's see here. Honestly, I vote for the wheel. It's good.
How about you, Grace?
I don't care. If he wants to do the wheel, let him. He demands so little of us.
I guess that's fair. Okay, fine. Spin your stupid wheel.
Alright.
I can still see the wedge. I can still see the wedge.
Oh.
Be Brandon, please. Alright, well, let it be known that you also wanted, you let him spin the wheel, so let that be known.
Alright, well, Grace has been chosen by the wheel.
How do you feel about that, Grace? You have 3 minutes to give a speech.
That's fine, honestly, because I have not been a great contributor, so that's fair.
You had some great one-liners, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all it takes.
That is true.
Yeah, I feel like a good portion of everything is me and Brandon going back and forth, and then you come in with and then you
Yeah, I feel like I was really talkative today.
It is your topic, so we would hope so.
Well, that's also just because every other day I'm cutting you off and never let you speak.
That's
so
also true. Yeah, it'll be me and Brandon going back and forth. Why do I keep cutting out? I watched the bubble just disappear in Discord. I feel like it'll be me and Brandon going back and forth, and then you come in with just like the quickest, wittiest one line. Stop cutting out! Oh my god!
You got 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
You come in with like the quickest, like wittiest one-liner, and it's so great.
Yeah, I'm hilarious like that.
That's just true comedy.
But it's okay.
No.
It's fine. I mean, I need to sidebar sometimes, and that's okay.
Especially when you need to rant about kindergartners. Why? Especially when you need to rant about kindergartners.
Bro, I can rant about kindergarten all day. It's like the most love-hate relationship I have in my life.
What's gonna be so annoying is that it's Discord not picking up what I'm saying. My mic can hear what I'm saying. Everyone's gonna hear what I have to say and then hear your guys' responses to it, but hear me. And that's the worst out of all of those situations. Because there are times
we just need to find a different platform to record on.
What do you mean? Me screen
broken.
Discord isn't good enough for
Yeah, and our audio's terrible.
No.
I'm always way louder than you guys.
No,
awful.
That's usually just a given anyways when I adjust my microphone settings. Brandon is as up as I can make him physically. He's 200% in my Discord. Grace, you are at 40% in my Discord. And that's just still how that works.
Just put me at 20. Because I feel like I'm
if
screaming.
I put you at a lower like volume than where you're at, I can't hear you unless I bleed my own ears from whatever sounds are
nice.
happening other way. It's so.
Okay.
We could talk about this later. We could talk about that another time.
You can talk about it. Just
Brandon,
gotta get
do a 15-second outro because I keep cutting out.
Thank you for joining us for this third season. Just remember, there's nothing wrong with being the third wheel unless you're just decided by the wheel. And yeah,
And you can't make a shitty one-liner.